And I'm going to have Issa. He's coming in just a few seconds. Here he comes. We're going to start off with the news. It is definitely the time to buy a new vehicle. They are doing some crazy deals right now. And like the title suggests, they have a lot of vehicles. They got to get them out. So if the vehicle has been on the lot for 3 to 4 weeks, you should be able to capture a really good deal out of that vehicle. Plus, the interest rates are going extremely low for different auto industries, depending on what you're looking at. Jumping into some recalls, Nissan has nearly 80,000 recalls on the new Kicks and Frontier because of the rear view camera. They're also thinking about selling the headquarters, which is kind of a big deal, but hopefully it'll keep Nissan out of going bankrupt or having the difficulties that they are having right now, and it'll change everything. Genesis, the price has increased on the G90. We have a review coming. They also have an E-Supercharge. That's a vehicle that we did. It's crazy. It goes over $100,000 though. They increased the price about 2 years, maybe a year-ish ago, where it was about $10,000. Now it's another $10-ish thousand to get the E-Supercharge, but I think it's worth it. It just, once you start getting into $103,000 territory, it does change the ball game because there's a lot of luxury vehicles you can get. They're also looking to expand into their EV market. And some cool things about Genesis is they're trying to have some hybrid options. So I appreciate that because, I mean, now you have a choice. When you're going luxury, you don't have to worry about something that's a gasaholic because you don't really have that in that luxury trim. I mean, usually it's a gasaholic vehicle. The G70 is still on the chop block, so that might actually get discontinued, which I'm kind of sad because awesome vehicle, especially if you get the twin turbo V6. The damn thing is literally like the best in class for what it is. Hyundai is investing heavily in the US, but they are adding a lot of robots to those factories. Now, the plus side to it is supposedly they're going to have at least 100,000 jobs. So I'm happy to hear that. Hey, John, how are you? And they're also, what was it? They're going to, the Ioniq 9, third row SUV, EV SUV, kind of excited for that variant because I think Hyundai is going the right direction, giving a lot of luxury, just upscale materials in the interior, and they're just really cool. The charging times are good as well. The new Ioniq 6, they have an XRT trim. I did review it for Hyundai, but it's not going to be on the channel just of right now. I have to go back and re-review it for us because I had to do a thing for Hyundai. Kia is facing a lot of issues, which is kind of interesting because Genesis and Hyundai is going through a lot of transitions that's actually doing a lot for the company. And then Kia, they're actually facing some class action lawsuits. So maybe they're still kind of in the works, but pretty much because of the engine failures, oil consumption, transmission problems. So they just need to kind of clean up the act a little bit. Thank you. Are you so helpful? I will subscribe. Oh,
You are.
you are? Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Toyota, you can get a Venza right now, discounted because obviously the new Crown, they are trying to sell the hell out of them. So that being said, if there is any Venzas on the lot, you can get a huge deal on them and their interest rate is actually pretty low. Now, Toyota has recalled about 140,000 different models, and that's going from fuel pumps to fire risk to airbag issues, seatbelt, broken brake hoses. I mean, what the hell is going on? Quality control, where the hell is it? I mean, it's nuts. Even Honda has over 300,000 recalls right now. Hello, how are you? Because of software issues that stall the engine just out of nowhere. You'll drive it and it just dies. Quality, come on, man. Quality control. That's what we usually expect with Toyota, Honda, and it's not being the case. Mazda, however, hasn't had hardly any problems. They are going smooth through everything with their transitions, with their plug-in hybrids, with their hybrid system. I mean, maybe it's something that we should all start looking into if you're looking for that vehicle that's a little bit more upscale than a Toyota, Honda, or Hyundai. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, good to see you, James. Ford is also recalling multiple vehicles with a lot of issues, including backup cameras, brakes. Basically, they're cutting costs every direction as possible. Hello, best car guy. Oh, thank you. We appreciate that. And when you're starting to put this into content, I mean, 273,000 navigators and expeditions have break issue recalls. These are big vehicles. They're literally tanks on wheels. You can't have that type of issue. Where the hell is quality control? With another 1.9 million Explorers with trims that fall off the vehicle. This is not a Cybertruck. What the hell is going on? This is insane. Now, GMC also has some class action lawsuits for the 6.2 liter V8. That is going to include the Cadillac Escalade, the Chevy Silverado 1500, GMC Yukon, and that's models 2021 to 2024. I watch your videos every day because nowadays say it's like you.
Nobody says
it like you guys. Oh, thank you. We appreciate that. So going back to, I mean, the 6.2 liter V8, I actually really like that engine, but they're having some major issues with it, with failures. They also have the what is it? Not much I wouldn't give for a night with. Oh. I guess that's the Puff Daddy the little twist. Baby oil.
Well, I'll be right
Johnson and Johnson. And then Chevy is now making a new V8, so I'm happy to see that, because when you're talking about GMC having some issues with that 6.2 liter V8, I want to really see what's going to go on with their new V8, because the transition, it's crazy, especially with the class action lawsuit. Subaru has the new EV Trail Seeker, which I don't know. I mean, Subaru, I like the company. I think they do a great job, especially for something on and off pavement. Something that has good longevity, but you do have to service it quite a bit because of the CVT transmission. But that being said, EV, I mean, it doesn't really work very well. Toyota and Subaru have been doing joint ventures on this EV thing, and by far they sit on the lot forever. But going back to EVs, if you're looking for a crazy deal, you can get them now, and it's literally like a buffet of trims out there. I mean, you can get from fully empty to fully loaded. Do you think the quality control problems are more due to robotic or human elements? So I think that it's a mixture of both, James, because we are doing the transition into AI. We're doing a lot of robotic stuff. But even with the humans being said, I mean, we're seeing trims, literally pieces falling off the vehicle. That is just crazy to me. Now, when it comes to like Hyundai, they have stressed that they're going to try to have nothing but robots in their factory. So I'm going to be interested to see how that goes and plays. Hey, Sean, good to see you. I feel car companies only care about the dollar. Unfortunately, they want quantity over quality. Very sad. And that's exactly where it goes to. They're literally going to the cheapest double-side tape. They're going to the cheapest paint. There's a lot of different content out there. I sometimes talk about it in different reviews, so that way it's always different. And even the paint quality, like if you were to put a tester to it, they're not even putting the correct layers on certain parts of like the fenders or the lower skirt. I mean, just cutting costs so much. And then we're complaining about tariffs that have been on pause. Now the parts, those tariffs have went into place, but still, you have to care about your product. I mean, a couple of years, maybe 3 years ago, right, when COVID, before the end of COVID, Mercedes was saying that they're gonna halt the AMG because of quality control. I have seen nothing but check engine lights, parts, like the door handle literally fell off in my hand. That is, where's the quality control?
No, that is trolling.
Shouldn't, no.
He's trolling.
So we're gonna have to, give me 1 second, we're going to do something here, remove, there we go. What do you think we will do? It's hard to read because the sun's in my eyes a little bit. By AI in the near future, my question is, one, they cut all their costs and no one wages. So with the AI coming into play, it's not going to benefit us at all. It's kind of like the airlines making the seats where you stand up. It's literally just so they can make more profit. That's the sad thing about it. And we are losing jobs. So one thing that I do like is Hyundai at least is saying that they're going to still employ 100,000 employees, even though most of it, if not all of it, will be robots inside. But sadly, even bringing the companies to the US, that's what everybody's looking for an alternative. Let me scroll up here. Did you guys see that crazy stuff with the Porsche symbol? Yes, we did. Porsche right now is going through some interesting stuff. And even with the transition with the Boxster, and the 718 going full EV. I feel like, you know, it was good with the different administration, but now, as you're noticing, a lot of vehicles are starting to come back to the combustion engine, and I think Porsche needs to kind of go back that route as well, because you see it with the Macan. It's not been the greatest movement with the EV. I don't know why they do it. Okay. Then you guys are better than. Oh, thank you. Let's see. I will die just to see. When are you getting the? So the MC20 video right now, it's in the shop. I was going to touch bases with the news on that. Our MC20 had to go to the shop because of some issues. The carpet actually was pulled up on the passenger side. I thought it was a little bit ridiculous. And the full PPF that we did had to. They had some little areas that they have to cut out, unfortunately, because they said that it's going to be in an area that it's going to bubble up. So I said, you know what? It's a fingernail basically on both sides. Just cut it out. And then we had, what other issue do we have with it? I think that was it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been, what is this? Is the new designer of BMW, and he thought, who is the... Okay, we're going to go back to some news and then we'll go to some questions. BMW also is investing in a lot of technology. The panoramic iDrive, which is going to cover up the whole lower screen as a heads-up display. It's really cool in a all solid state battery. Just erase it.
No.
If it's just erase it.
There's nothing bad.
Oh. The all solid state battery cell. So I like the technology that BMW is implementing in, because it is kind of moving forward. The new X5 and X7 is getting the LCI for 2027, and for next year we're getting the M340, which has more power and horsepower. Now, more horsepower and torque. Audi, we have confirmed, and I'm sure you guys have seen a few reviews here and there. We're going to have the 2025.5s. We're going next week for the A5, S5, Q5, and SQ5. We're excited to bring that on the channel. My brother actually just picked up a 2025 SQ5, and he seems to be in love with it. Mercedes-Benz, the sales have decreased. The EVs, pretty much nobody's wanting them because they're worthless if you get them on the used car. And they also have some talks about a new C53, which will be replacing the C43 and C63 with a 6-cylinder engine. So I'm excited to see how that's going to go. What's going on here? We had some.
Timed out.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. I'm mad Porsche did an EV. Yeah, me too. I think that Porsche needs to come back to their roots and give us a lot more performance. Kia, like we already talked about, they're going through a lot of issues with some engine problems, with transmission problems, and they have some class action lawsuits here and there coming up. Going on to the QX60 that we purchased. We've had it for about, what, a week? Maybe a weekish?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying stupid stuff.
Yeah.
No, sorry. So it is the VC turbocharged, no longer a V6. It is a 4-cylinder turbo with 268 horsepower and 286 pound-feet of torque. Now, the horsepower is decreased by 27. And the drive, I mean, what do you think about it?
It's pretty good. It's the same as the last gen with the V6.
Because the torque is up 16 pound-feet, it does feel a little bit more torque happy. So I'm kind of happy with that, but you have to hit pretty much a higher RPM to get the thing moving. BYD are pretty solid thoughts, right? Yeah, BYD is solid. That is definitely a vehicle we recommend. Unfortunately, because of everything with the United or North America, only vehicles that I usually recommend for EVs, especially if you want to have any type of value, is going to be Tesla, Rivian, or Lucid. And BYD is like by far awesome. I mean, whenever or hopefully we get them, it will change the whole ballgame. Turbo diesel is the future. EVs are a joke. Turbo diesels. Sorry, I had some salt and vinegar chips, so my tongue has a little bit of a twist to it. They are by far awesome with power, and they are eco-friendly. You get really great gas consumption, and sadly, the U.S. market, we don't get a lot of those vehicles at all. So when you get them in your trucks, in some SUVs, Cadillac doesn't offer it anymore. It's by far something that lasts over 500,000 miles. I highly recommend those vehicles. or those engines because of what it is altogether. Where are we at? The car I'm curious about is yes, I actually saw that. The Corvette Zora, it's
ZR1.
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 It's like over 1,000 horsepower or something. We had Chevy scheduled for next week, and unfortunately, because of some scheduling issues, we're going to have to reschedule and go to them. But I am really excited for that particular vehicle also. I think it's just going to be insane. Our vehicles right now are both in the shop. Biodiesel is so much cleaner than EVs. Yeah, I mean, diesel vehicles, like if you go overseas, you'll see a ton of them, and they have a lot of power. If you use it for towing in an SUV or a truck, I mean, it's by far a lot better. They last longer, and it's a cleaner alternative than the fuel we're using. But unfortunately, because of the scandal with Volkswagen years ago, they have made it where they don't want to do any diesel vehicles. And as you're noticing, they are starting to discontinue more and more diesel vehicles, which is sad because the power that you get out of those engines, the longevity, and if you are really concerned about an eco-friendly engine, that's actually the way to go. Are you concerned that the current administration policies on oil and gas production, that this will... It's hard to see because, sorry, we're on the phone. We'll move it around a little bit so will actually undermine the development of the EV market in the U.S. Well, it is. It's going to definitely... So the new administration is going to not necessarily squash the EV market, but it is going more towards... What is it?
Kimura Evo.
I don't know what that is.
What are your thoughts on it?
I'm answering the other question. Hold on one second. So it's definitely something that is a concern, but in the same perspective, if you're looking for an EV vehicle right now, you can get a great deal on them in North America. But as production-wise, I mean, they are starting to scale back quite a bit. Even Mercedes they're still wanting to do a lot of EVs, but you're starting to see the scale back on them because they're just not really selling. And with the new administration pushing more of gas variant vehicles, that's pretty much where it's going to be going. The TRX, it is looking like it's going to be this year, maybe towards the end of the year. So I'm excited to see that. The engine, unfortunately, it's still a lot of rumors. I don't know if it's going to be more horsepower or torque yet. But for 2026, we're going to have the Charger Hellcat and the Dodge Durango SRT Hellcat is also coming back. So it's kind of exciting that we're still getting those vehicles. Not the ZR1. No, that's what I was telling him, the Zora. I saw that the other day. The ZR1's a completely different car. This one has over 1,000 horsepower for the Corvette.
Actually?
Yeah, they just released a little bit of information about it more or less this week. That's what I was saying. It's a freaking awesome vehicle. I can't actually wait to get my hands on it because my team actually gets a lot of these really cool Corvette vehicles. I just actually looked at their inventory, and they have right now 5 or 6 of each trim, but obviously not that one yet because it hasn't come out. But when it does, I'm all in for it. Thoughts on the EVO? Rumored to have the ZR1 engine in the E-Ray battery pack. Well, the issue that I have with these rumors is they had a rumor going last week about Ford closing plants. So I don't say that it's not going to happen, but it's something that with this new administration and because Chevy is doing crazy things with their V8 engines, I could potentially see something like that. I think that it would be awesome that they have it. The E-Ray, like I was saying just a few seconds ago, my team has the LT3. They have a few different trims on them right now. So I am actually excited to bring some of that to the channel also. The EV that he was talking about, you want to talk about it, Isa?
With the Kimura?
Yeah.
It's made by Resto Mods. They basically restored it to make it
more retrofied, yeah,
but with new technology and stuff.
So I think it's awesome. Definitely a car to look at whenever you can get it for availability. My BMW Mini dealership has whatever is on the lot. Then They said very little for the whole summer because production stopped, so everything is pushed back, and I'm thinking 2 to 5K price increase. Yeah, so basically next month or tomorrow, the prices are going to start increasing on BMW. That was the topic I was going to be bringing up also. And a lot of companies are going to start changing their deals also. Hey, Tisha, how are you? So, with that being said, if you are looking to grab a deal, I mean, you could possibly get a deal tomorrow, but once it starts going into like Monday, Tuesday, they're going to start charging more premium prices because some of the production they are starting to put on halt. Some dealerships, like we went to Range Rover this week, they have literally like 4 SVs, which is absolutely crazy. That's like $1 million of cars and just 4 of them. But even with that, like, because Land Rover stopped production last month, they're not going to give you a deal. So some of the companies they are, and some of them they are not. I would work a deal either with the interest or in the finance department, and depending on how long the car is on the lot. With Audi, I know you can get some really good deals right now, but if you're getting the all-new 2025.5 variants, expect to just get like $1,000 or $2,000, maybe a loyalty or something. They're not going to give you anything crazy. Just seen the new Vet as all-wheel drive option. Yeah, like Chevy is kind of going crazy with everything that's going out, and surprisingly, you know, with some of the class action lawsuits that's starting with that 6.2 liter engine, it's kind of crazy that they're going to this extreme to actually make their vehicles a little bit better. But I'm going to be more concerned about how the product is because, like we're seeing with Ford and pretty much every auto industry, the companies have really cut back on quality control. So hopefully that's not the case, but we will see. We love to see you guys get your hands review some of the new Ferraris. Yes, so we are talking to some dealerships with that. The issue that we're having right now is all of the Ferraris are used Ferraris, and they're not really bringing a lot of brand new variants into their lot at the moment. Obviously, because of the tariffs that was put on pause, even with Maserati, we're starting to notice like 2023 variants that are brand new going onto the lot, which is sad because when you consider 2025 and we're about to hit 2026 variants and some 2026 are already out, that's just ridiculous. When are you gonna post again on? So Supercar Throttle, that's our new channel. We actually posted the SV today on it, so there's a new review up on that. We're gonna start doing some MC20 Cello videos with it as well. Just the car's been in the shop for the week. Cool. Thank you. And back to some other news real quick while we're waiting on some questions. Hello, how are you? What was the other things that we're going to touch bases on, Issa? Where was it? So sales this month has been kind of up and down for a lot of the auto industry also because of where there isn't anything to have a scare tactic to push people out to get vehicles. So that's why, like I've been telling most people, like even Michael, we were trying to work and get a good deal, which he got a good deal on his Mini Cooper, but from what I've understood, he's not very happy with the Mini. But that's, you know, whenever you're looking to get a deal, basically wait as long as you can. Try to go to about 2 weeks while the car's on the lot, so that way you can actually score a great deal. How about them new Rams? Draft intakes. Well, the new Ram, they're gonna have the Hemi coming back, so I'm excited for that. Hello from London. Okay, great to see you. Got rid of the 80 Ferrari.
No, got to ride.
Oh, got to ride. Okay, sorry. Let's move it like this so maybe we could see a little bit. Can you move? Yeah.
Read the comments.
Well, the sun's in my eyes, so it's a little hard to see some of this stuff. Got to ride the 80s Ferrari Testarossa. These new cars just don't have that yeah, I mean, that vehicle is by far amazing. Our Maserati dealership has had a few of them in Maserati Tampa for services and stuff, which is kind of expensive to service the vehicle, but definitely special and unique. And that is one thing, like with the MC20, when we drive it, it does feel a lot more special and unique because of the way it is. But unfortunately, it's not going to be something like a Testarossa. That thing is just amazing. I'd be cool if you did one of those videos where you spin out of the car and make it stall when the driveway.
Awesome.
Well, so to do crazy things, I mean, we do some performance on the vehicles, but in the same category, we try not to damage the vehicles because these are, not our vehicles, and we're very blessed that the dealerships have given us these vehicles and the opportunity to test them.
I think he means the MC20.
Oh, the MC20. Okay. If it's the MC20, we're going to do some fun stuff. We're also planning on doing some track things. We unfortunately have to wait till about 500 miles. That's because the Maserati dealership is stressing that I do that, and then we're going to hopefully start doing some track with it. The side dark intakes to the coming 6.7 platform. It went from the top side curved elbow to the entire length of, okay. Ferrari is, I drive an Audi RS6 here in the Oh, that's awesome. The Audi RS6 Avant, awesome vehicle. I mean, congratulations with that. Very, very fun vehicle. When are you guys going to Porsche again? Probably in the next coming weeks. We usually try to schedule higher end dealerships, typically anywhere from a couple months to 3 months out, and then it also depends on inventory. So if they get some really good, cool cars, then we'll go in there every few weeks. But sometimes, especially with Porsche, Audi, BMW, production has been kind of hit or miss. Now they're starting to get a little bit more production into their dealerships because the cars were already on the soil, so it made it a little bit easier. You started reviewing BMWs and the new Rams, bro. Your channel will jump. We have a ton of BMWs on the channel as well as Rams, so I encourage you to check it out. Range Rover, Audi. We just came from Range Rover, like I said. Audi, we're going next week. I don't. Why you drive an RS6 in the UK? That's like $400 in fuel per month, or 400 pounds. I mean, it depends on how you drive it. I mean, with the Ghibli, I think we fill ours up once a week, right? So $75. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit underneath that. So yeah, I would say it's about right. Why you do a M car? Would I do an M car? So we have the new 2026 M5 coming out on the channel. We just reviewed that this week. Do you have a BMW? No. My brother has a X5 M50i. Do you like the V8 engine? Do you know? Okay, I know what it means. I just want to know if you guys know. I don't know what that means. So, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I have no idea where you were going with that one. But we're going to close up the live stream a little bit early today. Check out the new channel, Supercar Throttle. We just posted the 2025 Range Rover Sport SV. It's literally like a $230,000 car. Crazy. Check out the memberships through Hawkeye Rides, and always stay up to date with the community tab. We do different questions and different little things there that we've been posting to show for the new MC20, and we'll also have some reviews coming for the new QX60, and I have the 2026 BMW variants coming out. We just did a ton of reviews on them this week. Take care, James, Sean, Michael, everybody that comes every week, and Tisha, you guys have an excellent weekend, and we'll see you guys on the next review. Take care as well. Thank you. I appreciate that.